Well, it's a well-established fact that Korea is a heavily export-driven economy, and almost a quarter of its total exports go to a single country, China. But not only is Asia's fourth largest economy becoming even more dependent on the Chinese economy in terms of exports, China is also quickly penetrating into other economic sectors here, to the concern of many analysts. First, here's our Hwang Ji-hye. She takes a look at different areas of the Korean economy where a heavy Chinese presence can be spotted.
Korea's Myeong-dong shopping district is a beehive of activity at all hours of the day, and that activity is driven more and more by Chinese customers these days. Korea's biggest credit card company, Shinhan Card, says the amount of money Chinese tourists spent in Korea on credit cards shot up over 80% last year to around 3.8 trillion won, or roughly $3.7 billion from the same period a year ago. That is almost half of what all foreigners spent in Korea. Chinese investors have also taken a greater interest in Korea. They funneled more than $1.3 billion into Korea's securities market from December last year through May this year. That's the largest amount of any country. Korea's real estate market is another example. The land that Chinese nationals own in Korea's southernmost resort island of Jeju stands at around 3 million square meters, roughly the same amount that Americans own on the island. When turning the attention to exports, which is Korea's traditional growth engine, the significance China holds in the domestic economy grows even bigger. Last year, China took up almost 60% of Korea's trade surplus, while that figure stood at less than 8% in 1998. Exports to China also stood at $134 billion last year, making up more than 20% of all of Korea's exports. Experts say it's important that Korean companies continue to improve their products and services so they can continue to attract Chinese customers and their money. Hwang Ji, Arirang News.